Hey, welcome to Math 100L for the spring 2017 semester. This video is just going to give you a quick tutorial to get you started, get you familiar with the course, and hopefully be as successful as possible throughout the semester. My name is Brother Gedeborg, and I'll be your instructor through this course. And please feel free to reach out to me through email or through texting or calling me, and all that contact information is available on the course. And I'll show you that in a second. So when you log into your course, through Pathway, you'll see that there's a few course options. I'm going to select our Math 100L course, and you'll probably see different lists here depending upon which courses you have. And when you log in, you'll see that there's an announcement page at the front. This is a great place where every Saturday at 6 I'll kind of talk about the next week. So you can see that April 15th at 6 a.m. is when I made this announcement, and you can see other announcements later on throughout the week. So make sure you read these. I'll give you a little tip of the week, something to kind of help you that I think from what I'm seeing throughout the course to kind of help you be as successful as possible, as well as any information and direct instructions for the portfolio or other notes that I feel is important. If you would like to talk to me, I am available to schedule to come to visit me in my office. As you'll notice down here, this is in Mountain Standard Time, which is the same time that BYU, Idaho, Rexburg has their time. So keep that in mind. If you say 8 p.m. you want to meet with me, that's 8 p.m. Rexburg time. And so you'll just have to make accommodations to make sure that that matches with your own time zone when you set that up. But you can always just click on one of these, for example, like 8:30 right there, and then go through the process of giving me your name and email and confirm the booking, and then that will set up the schedule for me. All right, late policy, make sure you read that. But anyway, every Saturday at 6 you can come kind of see what the next week's lesson will be, although you don't have to start the course content until that next week. A few things to help you get started is let's click on content here, and inside here every week, every lesson, so the overview page has my contact information, which will help you to either schedule a time, and as well that's where you can find that appointment as well. So you can always schedule at any time on there. But over here, I can click on, let's say, lesson 1, which is this week, and you'll notice that there's a few folders. And this is something to get used to. Every week you'll have kind of a 3-folder system. Folder A is everything that's due by Wednesday before you go to your gathering on Thursday. So you can work on this on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Or if you know you're going to be busy during that time, you can always work on it earlier, like Friday of the previous week. But all of the information in folder A, and I'll click on that for a second. So all this content must be completed by Wednesday at 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time or Rexburg, Idaho time. B folder is everything you need for your gathering. So when you meet with at the Institute building with your other fellow students, and so you can kind of just gauge that and say, okay, I need to get my gathering stuff and make sure that that's done on Thursday evening. And then C is everything that's due after the gathering. So when you go back home and you want to continue your work, you can continue working on this information. Please note the attendance report, which is reporting on your gathering, shouldn't be filled out until after you go to your gathering. And then as well as you look at the other content in here, just kind of explore, just make sure that that's all done by the end of the week, which is Saturday at 11 p.m. Rexburg, Idaho time. I'm going to click on lesson 2 for a second. You'll also notice that there's this portfolio project in some weeks. So once again, A, everything I do before Wednesday, B, when I go to my gathering, and C, everything that's due before the end of the week on Saturday. And then the portfolio project is going to give you just kind of an overarching practice using Excel and learning about finances. So I would click on the portfolio project, and you can start that any time in the week. You don't have to wait until Wednesday. Notice that this one begins on April 20th, and all of this opens up. So you can actually start working on portfolio earlier in the week. But of course, anything in the portfolio won't be due until the end of the week, along with folder C. So that just gives you a little bit of the navigation that you go through here. One other thing to realize in this course, if I click on folder A, is that each week we'll be having a little discussion with each other. And let's see, that's under probably getting started there. There we are. So under each week, there's the Getting Started folder, and we have here a Provident Living's reading discussion. So that's another thing to kind of keep in mind. That discussion board will go throughout the week. So what you should do is come into the course and start your discussion, and your first post needs to be made by Wednesday, and then all 5 required posts for a discussion need to be made by Saturday. So I'd at least come make 1 or 2 posts before Wednesday and then continue the conversation throughout the week. You'll be meeting with about 10 other students in a group. We have groups of 10, and it just allows it for opportunities to kind of discuss the readings and what's going on with Provident Living. And if you have any questions about that, feel free to contact me, and I'll be able to support or help you out as much or as little as you need. And so that's kind of just overarching of the course, how it's navigated. Over here, we also have discussions. If you click on here, you can go straight to your discussion boards. So that while everything is in content, this is a way to get straight to your discussion boards. So we have the Meet One Another activity and then the Q&A. The questions and conversations are optional, but every week, so I'll click on this one, every week I'll be putting in a little spiritual thought. So it's really good sometimes to kind of come in here, read the spiritual thought, and continue the conversation. It'll relate something to math as well as to the topic of the week that we're doing, and relaying that to the gospel. So here we go. Here's the spiritual thought for this week, the introduction. So go ahead and you can kind of explore, go through that. And then once again at the end, we can continue the discussion. If you have any comments you'd like to add or continue going on to that, that's a great place to do that. All right, so that's the discussions. The assignments are going to be the portfolio assignments. So everything in here is going to be our the assignments that are due as part of our portfolio project. And you'll notice that each one, LO2, LO3 stands for lesson. So lesson 2, we will be doing this one. And lesson 5, we'll be doing the life plan part 2. And so just you can follow through with that. Quizzes are where most everything will be. Once again, you can get there through content, but you can also access directly through quizzes. And of course, you can click on My Grades at any point to find out how you're doing in the class, see your progress throughout all the information, and you'll notice your grades will appear here as well as any feedback from the instructor. So I hope you have a great semester. Go ahead and get started, and please feel free to ask any questions. Once again, go to the discussion board, questions and conversations. That's a great way to get there, and I hope you have a wonderful semester.